Ladies and gentlemen, government corporations have been warning us for years that big government is coming. Basically, what they're saying is world government is coming. We all need to come into a world government for the reason is for security. Security through world government. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to be aware of this. They're setting up a global government. It's all in their statements. It's all in the documents. They're saying, George Orwell, here we come. And they're going on and on and on. Even David Rockefeller back, what was it, 1994? At the United Nations, he spoke. He said, we are on the verge of a global transformation. All that we need is a major crisis and the nations will accept the New World Order. In his other statements that he made, some people say that we're part of a secret society, if you want to call it, one world, and he says, I'm guilty and I'm proud of it. These people give no bones about it. They're bringing in global government. This is going to bring global tyranny. So, and plus Henry Kissinger too. Henry Kissinger said, he was being interviewed on live television, he said that this is not just a crisis, but it's a unique opportunity where really a new world order can be created. This is how these people's minds think. You have to understand how these people's minds work. They always say it when there's a crisis. Hillary Clinton said it, and I forget the name of the other guy that said, never let a good crisis go to waste, because they can do certain things that they would not be able to do in normal times. The impossible is possible in a time of crisis. Henry Kissinger, he said that we have elected Obama at this time in history to create the New World Order, a new strategy for America and the world. They are developing a one world economic system for the whole world to come into. This is for real, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys can go right ahead and laugh, think I'm crazy, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen? These people in the beginning were saying that the Bilderberg group did not exist, and now they're openly proclaiming, yes, Bilderbergs exist. We're bringing in world government, because the Bilderbergs were here in 2006 at the Brook Street Hotel in Canada. They are talking about how they were going to take out Hugo Chavez. They were discussing the war in Iran, and they were talking about the North American Union, where Canada, US, and Mexico become one super country. They share the same currency, just like Europe. Okay? And they planned the global economic collapse that happened in 2008. They planned that in 2006. So you guys want to think I'm crazy? Go right ahead. You guys are going to see this happen. Okay? You guys are going to see this happen. They're bringing in a one world government, a new world order, you name it. These people give no bones about it. Study the documents and you'll see. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, about the North American Union. Who was it? Yeah, Henry Kissinger said about the North American Union, he said, this is an amazing creation towards a new world order, because they're uniting everything. The nation states must end. Nations that think they can stand alone is a lie. We all must come together. So we need a global partnership of nations. Even President Bush says a new partnership of nations has begun. We're all uniting everything. We all must come together and work as one. We must create a new world for all humanity to come into. That's why they created the United Nations. Okay? The United Nations was created to bring about a one world government. These people have been at it since day one, ladies and gentlemen. They're bringing in a one world government, and Henry Kissinger has elected Obama. Okay? He said, we have elected Obama at this time in history to create the New World Order. Obama is Henry Kissinger's key man, and Henry Kissinger's mind, he says that Obama is the one to bring in the New World Order. That's why it doesn't matter what Obama does. He passes all these laws. No matter what he does, if it's right or wrong, he cannot be touched. He is untouchable. Anybody that stands in his way ends up dead. He's like a dictator. He's dangerous. He cannot be killed. He cannot be harmed, okay? Because the elite are protecting him. As Kissinger said, he's using Obama. Obama is fulfilling Kissinger's goal, is to bring the whole world into a one world government. And he said Obama is the hope of mankind in Kissinger's mind. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta let you guys be aware of this, because they are accelerating their plan so rapidly right now. They're bringing in a cashless society. They're saying that biometrics is the next generation. Now I want to get into this so you guys understand what biometrics is. Biometrics is 3 measurements of your body. They're going to do your hands, well, your palm, and your fingerprints. The next step is you're going to put these things on your eyes, take a picture of your eyes so you can do an eye erase. And then they're going to take a picture of your face. So now you're in the system. You're registered in their computer. So when you go out to a store, you're not going to use cash anymore. They say cash has to go, because we are living in an electronic world. Cash is a dinosaur age now. We are in an electronic world where cash has to go. Cash is a thing of the past. Cash is a thing of the past. It's gone. And in the future, nations will be a thing of the past. And every human activity will not be private. Everything will be open before the government. Because I want to say this. So when you get the biometrics, because you're going to be tracked and monitored and studied, you name it, your whole life will be under, well, your whole life is already under a microscope, by the way. Every telephone is listened to and recorded. All your emails are read. Every cell phone text you make, all the pictures on your cell phone are in the government's computers. They're taking over everything right now. Oh yeah, as I was going to say before I get into this, they were saying in the beginning, people that were saying, oh, they're bringing in a one world government, they said these people are conspiracy freaks. These people are nuts. They're not bringing in a one world government. And now they actually came out and, oh, yes, we're bringing in world government. It's controlled by the central bankers. But if you don't like world government, you're a conspiracy nut. You see, they said if you didn't believe it, you're a conspiracy. And now they're openly proclaiming world government and say if you don't like it, you're a conspiracy. You see how, I don't care what you guys think, if you're a Christian or not Christian, this is the Antichrist system being set up. But I want to get into this, because I read the federal documents. Yeah, okay. When you go into a store, listen, when you go into it, this is not going to allow me. I only have 15-minute video. But when you go into a store, this is how you're going to buy something. You're just going to put your hand on a machine, and that red light's going to go whoop, whoop, up and down. And then your picture is going to come up on the screen, and it will identify that you are who you say you are. That's why they want to go into biometrics. Prove your identity. How do I know that you are who you're telling me you are? Prove it to me. That's why they want all of this. And another reason for a cashless society is to be more control for the government, to have everybody tracked. We won't have to worry about bailouts and all this. We'll have no more. We'll have a cashless currency, a digital currency. And ladies and gentlemen, okay, Courtney, if you're listening to this, I want you to spread this message, because this is for real. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about this girl, Courtney, because she told me about this, and I'm proud of her. This was in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Okay, her son was, I think he's 8 years old. I'm not sure. He's in elementary school. Guess how he had to pay for his lunch, ladies? Well, he didn't do it. She fought against it. That's why I'm proud of her. In the school, the kids have to line up, and they have to put their hand on a biometric scanning machine, a palm scanning machine, and that's how he buys his lunch. You see, they're training the kids. They're using them as guinea pigs, because they're getting them accustomed to it. So this is going to be their future. Biometrics, total cashless society. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to read this to you, because they're getting ready for a total cashless society. I don't care if you guys think I'm crazy. You guys are going to see it happen. And by the way, this is all Bible prophecy being fulfilled right before our very eyes. Because they said, yeah, like I said, I read the federal documents. An insider of the New World Order. They planned this in 1969. They said they're going to start off with a single card. They said that single card can be lost or stolen. So what's going to replace the single card is going to be the implant, where everything will be monitored. Like if a law enforcement agency wants to get a hold of that individual, all that they have to do is type in whatever that thing is in the implant, and it will tell them exactly where he is, which street he's on, and everything. This is total control, total enslavement. Now, I want to read this to you guys here. Listen to this. And even at Walt Disneyland, you need a bracelet. And if you go to SeaWorld, you need to biometric scan. This is coming everywhere. I want to read this to you. Okay, right here. International use. International. Worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. They're bringing it in. Cashless society is here. It's coming. State by state, Okay, right here. International use of biometrics. Implanting biometrics will bring Canada in line with other countries, such as the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia, which already use biometrics for and border security. Security. Remember, we're all fighting terrorists. Yeah, right. They're the terrorists. Security process. Several other countries are moving in the same direction because this is a global effort. They all have a common agenda to bring in a world government, and the thorn in the flesh right now for the elite is the United States. That's why they're getting rid of the United States. They're going to crash the economy. I can go on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, wait. Moving in the same direction as well. Other countries are moving in the same direction. They're going into biometrics. Right here, the United States has required fingerprints and photographic form. All foreign nations expect most Canadians since 2004. Japan has required all foreign nations to give their fingerprints and to be photographed upon entering since 2007. The United Kingdom has required fingerprints. We're all criminals now, right? Since 9/11, which was a terrorist act. No, it wasn't. That was the United States government. That was part to bring in a new world order. Because look at all the legislations that Obama has passed. They can tap your house and listen on your phone calls. They can all these surveillance footage. This is exactly what they planned, and they're doing exactly what they said they were going to do. So let's continue. The United Kingdom has required fingerprints and photos from all visa applications since 2007. In December 2010, Australia began collecting fingerprints and photographs for visa applications made in 15 countries, made by 10 other offers across Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Middle East, and it goes on, ladies and gentlemen. They need to take our fingerprints now. Next is going to be a blood sample. It's going to get more worse. Oh yeah, I forgot to finish the story. See, because I only have 15 minutes to say, I can go on, ladies and gentlemen. This girl that I know, Courtney, they wanted her son to biometric scan to buy his lunch, so she went against it. She said, no way. And this is good. Because me, I'm not bowing down to tyranny. This is absolute tyranny. This is absolute control. And ladies and gentlemen, study the history of biometrics. This is not a good thing. This is not a good thing at all. And this is coming into this is coming into stores. This is coming into restaurants. You name it. They're bringing them everywhere. This is the new society. The new world system is in place. This is what they're bringing in. I don't care if you guys think I'm whack, I'm crazy. Go right ahead. Laugh at it. You're going to see it happen. You're going to see it happen. But this is what's happening. So I'm going to be putting a link below. I want you guys to watch the video. It's called The Mark of the New World Order. They showed how they have planned all this. They planned digital plastic cards, credit cards. It was the first step towards a cashless society to see how much people can get it. And now people are accustomed that they're going to come up with a new system. It's all good. All that you have to do is swipe your hand. And that's how you will pay for your thing. And by the way, someone that I have on my Facebook page, she was telling her son all this stuff. Her son thought she was crazy and this and that. Now he's starting to see that America's going down. Because it is. Okay? America's going down. And that's how they're going to get their New World Order running. So her son called her. Her son was at a grocery store. And he said that he saw someone. They didn't use cash. Guess how they paid for the groceries? Beep, I'm a slave to the New World Order. Let me put my palm on. And that's how they paid for the food. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, these people, they actually publicly admitted that they share biometric information commercially between different government agencies and different employment offices, and they share information upon you. And they got caught in the past. They manipulate information. They can create false profiles of anybody. They've done it. Because there was this girl, I can go on. This girl, she did a lawsuit because these people came up to her telling her everything about. She's like, who are these people? I don't know them. And yet they had this whole sheet of paper about them. And then after she went to prison, after they found out, oh, it's because we manipulated. We made a mistake in the information. You see? This is total control. They can shut that system off so you don't have anything. That's the dangers of a cashless society. If you guys want to know more, you guys can go listen to my video, Racing Toward the Mark of the Beast. But anyways, may you listen to the link below, and this is all I wanted to say to you guys. It's coming. This must be resisted. If this comes to you, may you resist it. Do not be a slave to this new system. It's all that it is about. And this is all I got to say, and God bless you all.